Hi, it's Stephen here from Sound of a Nation Wave, and this is day 4 of the February daily draws. So as we begin the weekend, let's see what kind of message we're going to get. And I'll be taking the first card from the Terror of the Abyss, followed by an oracle card from the Goddesses, Gods and Guardians oracle decks. Let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, and today we will go here. And we have the Five of Cups today. Are we still focusing too much on the past, on what went wrong, the losses that we had, the emotional losses, the spiritual losses, the pain of perhaps ending of a relationship or a friendship or something like that? Are we focusing on that? Is something in our past to do with past relationships that impacted us emotionally? Are we still focusing on that experience instead of being thankful for what we have now and moving on, turning around and moving on and walking away from this? We may never forget it, but it's where our focus is. It's where, are we still hanging our heads in shame? Are we still feeling shameful about it, as if it tarnished us? That there was somehow it was our fault, and even where we were at fault in some way, as if we allowed that to bring that feeling of shame and guilt that's holding us back from living now in the present. And we all make mistakes. And it may have been something that was done to us that wasn't we didn't have any role in. It was just other people, or it could have been a combination of the two, or maybe it was something we did to someone else who didn't deserve it, and that the memory of that haunts us. Whatever the situation, there comes a time that, yes, we need to work through the issues in order to grow, to learn from it, to take the experience from it, and let it teach us about how to act now and into the future. But that's not where we're supposed to literally sit and wallow in it and sit in it and dwell in it. In that moment of the past, we're supposed to live in the present and move towards the future. That's what this card is saying to us. So whatever has gone before, whatever emotional upheaval, whatever, try and release that sense of guilt and shame and hurt, and the way that it damaged you. Yes, sit with it for a while, but honestly, and just ask the universe to help you release it and to give it away, and to then turn your focus from it. As I say, you won't necessarily forget it. It'll always be there, and it'll always be at the back of your mind, probably. But it's where your focus is. It's where your main attention is. And if it's now in the present and being thankful for what you have now, realizing, acknowledging that you're just a human being with frailties, and you make mistakes and things go wrong, and sometimes bad things happen to good people. And even if we're responsible in some way, as I say, we all make mistakes, and it's the first person you need to forgive and release is yourself. And sometimes that means by releasing and forgiving someone else. You may not feel they deserve it. It's not a question of what they deserve or don't deserve. It's a question of, forgiving is like foregoing, right? It's for your benefit. Okay. You're releasing that tie with them, and that need to be focused on them, and the need for them to let karma deal. If they've done something wrong, they've not done anything about. Let karma deal with that. Don't waste your energy trying to deal with it, trying to get back at them, or want things to happen to them, or feeling that justice hasn't been done and justice needs to be done. Let karma bring the justice. You've got to focus on yourself and on where you are now and how you're moving forward. That's your and that's the ultimate revenge, by growing and being yourself and progressing in your life, right? And not even giving a thought to that other person or that situation, and just moving on. So it's where you put your focus. Just turn around from these, acknowledge that this happened, of course, don't deny it, but that's not where you're going to focus. You're going to focus on what you have and where you're going now. And that's the message of this card today. So let's see which goddess, god, or guardian comes to have their wisdom today. And here we go. And we have sexual wisdom. So that could be about our sexuality and our relationships and our creative sexual energy, that even if we're not in a sexual relationship, that energy is creative. It's a creative energy that we can harness. And also to have the wisdom in relationships, maybe learn from mistakes of the past, and let it give us strength. The lion here, the lioness, is the strength, giving us the strength to move on and to fiercely, passionately embrace life. It's that passion, that desire for abundance and productivity, and yes, into a relationship, and that intimate expression that can be there. But even if we're not in that kind of relationship or in that position at the moment, that energy is within us to express ourselves and all that we are, and but to do it wisely. It's having the wisdom to know how to be. So that's today's message, guys, and I'll be back tomorrow with day 5. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.